Okay, let's continue. So before the break, actually I found the mic actually no battery. My receiver don't have battery. So I'm not sure at which slides that already have no voice. All right. So just now we already learned about two kind of diagram, AON and AOA. So now look at the AON, right? So if you look at the diagram, activity number 3 is start at 3 months, and then activity number 4 you start at 5 months, right? Okay, let me go back a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I extract the diagram on the top, and then I put into the diagram on the bottom. So if you can see the time, where is the time is the one that in the kind of a sky blue color. So to reach event activity number 4, you need 5 months, right? 3 plus 2, you get 5, right? To start activity number 4, if you choose this pathway, 1, 2, 4, 7, or 1, 2 to 4, you need 3 plus 2, 5 months to reach number 4. Same it here. Activity number 3, you can only start after you start activity number 1, which is you need 3 months. Make sense? Okay. So the earliest you can start activity number 3 is after 3 months you start the project. The earliest you can start activity number 4 is 5 months after you start the project. Then number 5 also you can calculate. 6 also can calculate. So and we calculate that the maximum time that we need, or the critical path from the critical path, is 9 months just now. Okay, so what is the critical path again? 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 7, right? Correct. The longest time you need. Correct. Okay, so this is just a indication. Just an indication that from the diagram itself we can extract information. Right. Of course, you won't see this one in the question, but in your question you have to understand that activity number 3, how long you need to wait before you can start that one. Okay. So yeah, that kind of critical path question, this is the step expected in your answer. You need to do this half number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Yes. No, yeah, you do this one, then you already know already. Normally the question won't ask that way, but the question will ask you on finding the critical path. So these are the workout that we expected in your answer sheet. So from there, you can see everything already from here, actually. So from here, you know that the shortest is 7 months, the longest is 9 months. So there is a buffer time for you to play. If you choose D, there's a 2 months for you to play around before you reach the critical path. Okay, 9 months is a critical path where you cannot drag any furthermore. Okay, it's the one that you need to use in your projects where you deal with the customers. You cannot say 9 months, but you have to buffer up a little bit, right? For example. Okay. Okay, critical path in, for example, construction. What is the main usage is that you know how long it can hold or wait for the material to come. Or if something happened, let's say the machine broke down, you know, oh, you cannot wait until what time? Like the machining have to, the machine technician have to solve this problem by when. If not, then you're going to drag the project away. Okay. Because in the industry, you late for 1 day, you cost you some thousand and so on. Okay. I learned that lesson when I did in my first job. I screwed up the planning process. Where that time it's very expensive to send prototype through airways, so we choose the cheapest one by shipping. So something wrong in the shipping process. Yeah, so it dragged lah. Then it late by 2 weeks, then kena fine and so on. But luckily the CEO is quite generous. He say take this as your lesson and let's move on. Okay. It cost a few months of my salary lah. But the CEO is quite treat me quite well, so he say okay lah, move on lah. Okay. All right. So the next one is a few terms that we need to learn about the network. It's called. Let me adjust the. Okay, so just now we look at this diagram. The earliest time activity number 4 is you need to wait 5 months if we count from the start point 1, 2 until 5. 3 plus 2 is 5 months. So this time is referred as the earliest start time. Expressed, we will use a short form called ES. ES for earliest time. For activity number 4, your ES is 5. For other activity, it's not 5. It's other numbers. Okay, first short form ES, earliest start time. So we will start to build this matrix. Yeah. So normally when you come to your final or test 2, it will be you can use you don't need to draw the circle also can. I just draw six Rubik's there, six box. So this is activity. This is the time where you can extract from the description or from the table. Okay, we'll give you activity, time needed, and then I'll give you the precedence relationship. Okay, now what is precedence relationship? Okay, for example, you will see something like this: activity, time, then you'll see precedence relationship. Precedence relationship means what you can start first. For example, A, B, C, D, time 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one don't have. The first one always no have one. But B, it must be have A. You must start with A. Then C, sometimes can have A, B. Means it must complete A and B, then only can do C, for example, and so on. So you based on this table, you develop the network. Then you, in the network, you start with the bubble first. You start with the bubble, the time, this one first. Then you expand to do analysis. This matrix, this 6 boxes. This one is to do analysis. Is to do analysis for the network. Okay. So the first one is your ES, earliest start, and earliest finish. Later there's a slide for earliest finish. Since you see the diagram already, we will this one. Then this one is the latest. Latest is the longer time that you can start. Latest start. This is the latest finish. So this column is the start time. This is the finish time. Top is the earliest, below one is the latest. Okay, so we already learned the earliest time just now. So we go to the yes, all the activities. Yes, all the activities. Okay, before that, there's one movement called forward pass. Forward pass means you pass the basketball forward. Forward pass. You start the beginning to demon. Okay, forward pass. Now normally we will do forward pass means, let's say this is the network. This is called forward